Many individuals aged 65 to 80 continue to engage in a certain activity daily without. It's eye-opening to see the extent of the damage being done. It's not just about slowing down your health. It could be quietly shaving years off your life. The reality is that once you hit a certain age, your body undergoes changes that make some habits far more perilous than they once were. What was manageable in your 40s and 50s could now expose you to significant health risks, and many people remain unaware until it's too late. That's why in this presentation, we're going to discuss 5 crucial habits you need to eliminate right away if you're between 65 and 80. This is your final opportunity to implement these changes before they start to seriously impact your health, energy, and longevity. Stay with me until the very end, as the final point is something that hardly anyone discusses, yet it could be one of the most significant errors you're making at this moment. Before we dive in, if you haven't already, I suggest hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you won't miss any upcoming content. If you're enjoying this content, drop a 1 in the comments. If it's not your cup of tea, hit me with a 0 so I can improve for you. Now let's dive into the first mistake: sitting for extended periods without moving. One of the biggest issues for your body after 60 is too much sitting. You might think that daily walks keep you active, but here's the catch. Even with exercise, prolonged sitting can still heighten your risk of heart disease, muscle loss, and poor circulation. Research indicates that extended periods of sitting can hinder metabolism, weaken the legs and core, and place additional stress on your joints. These factors can contribute to decreased mobility, chronic pain, and increased likelihood of falls. Consider this. If you've ever risen from a seated position and experienced stiffness in your knees or tightness in your back, that's your body signaling that it craves more movement. Spending too much time seated can hinder blood circulation, leading to stiff muscles and joints, while also heightening the chances of blood clots, weight gain, and cognitive decline. Take George, for instance, a 72-year-old who thought his daily walks were sufficient. Over time, he realized his legs felt weaker and his back pain intensified. His doctor clarified that it wasn't merely about walking. It was crucial to interrupt long stretches of sitting. George began setting a timer to stand and move every 30 to 45 minutes, incorporating simple stretches or light activities. Within weeks, he experienced reduced stiffness, improved circulation, and even a boost in energy levels. Here's a straightforward challenge if you've been sitting for over an hour. Take a moment to stand up and roll your shoulders, stretch your legs, or walk around for a few minutes. If you notice an immediate difference, that's a clear sign your body craves more movement throughout the day. The focus isn't solely on exercising. It's about maintaining consistent activity. If you've been sitting too long, now is the perfect time to make a change. Little actions taken during the day, like standing up, stretching, walking around, or even changing your position, can significantly influence how your body feels and operates. Oversight, neglecting protein consumption, and experiencing muscle loss, one of the most significant oversights individuals face after turning 60 is failing to consume adequate protein, which impacts their muscle strength and energy levels. You might believe that your food intake is sufficient, but the truth is that as we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing protein. This means that to preserve muscle mass, an increased intake is essential. If you're not keeping an eye on your protein consumption, you might be losing muscle without even knowing it. Muscle loss, often referred to as sarcopenia, poses a significant risk to independence after the age of 60. This condition develops slowly, and many individuals may not recognize it until everyday activities, like getting up from a chair, carrying groceries, or climbing stairs, become increasingly challenging. The real concern is that once muscle mass diminishes, regaining it becomes much more difficult. As muscles weaken, balance is compromised, leading to a higher likelihood of falls and injuries. This scenario is precisely what occurred to someone. Like Richard, 68, he thought he was eating well, but over time he noticed that his legs felt weaker, his arms looked thinner, and his energy levels weren't the same. His doctor told him that he wasn't getting enough protein to support his muscles. So he started increasing his intake, adding more lean meats, eggs, beans, nuts, and protein-rich dairy into his diet. Within weeks, he felt stronger, more energetic, and even more stable on his feet. If you want to see where your muscle strength is right now, try to stand up from a chair without using your hands. If that feels difficult, or if you feel unsteady, it may be a sign that your muscles are weakening and your body needs more protein and strength training to prevent further loss. So if you're still eating the same way you did in your 40s or 50s, it's time to rethink your diet. More protein isn't just a good idea, it's essential for keeping you strong, mobile, and independent. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's continue. Mistake 3, overlooking rest and interrupting your body's recovery mechanism. Many individuals believe that requiring less sleep is simply a consequence of getting older, but this is one of the most prevalent misconceptions. The reality is that your body continues to need quality sleep, not only to feel rejuvenated, but also to enhance memory, muscle recovery as we age. Maintaining heart health and supporting our immune system becomes crucial. However, many individuals experience declining sleep quality over time. Habits that contribute to chronic fatigue, heightened inflammation, and an elevated risk of cognitive decline can be concerning. If you've ever woken up in the middle of the night, struggling to drift back to sleep, or felt groggy despite a full night in bed, it might indicate that your body isn't receiving the deep, restorative sleep it requires. The implications of this are significant. Research indicates that lack of sleep can weaken the immune system, raise the risk of heart disease, and potentially speed up memory issues over time. Consider someone like Frank, 71, who always believed that getting less sleep was just a part of getting older. However, as time went on, he began to experience increased daytime fatigue, brain fog, and even fluctuations in his blood pressure. His doctor clarified that his body still required deep sleep to operate effectively, emphasizing the importance of enhancing his nighttime routines. As a result, he implemented a few straightforward adjustments: cutting back on late-night screen time, steering clear of caffeine in the evening, and establishing a bedtime routine led to significant changes. Within a few weeks, he experienced remarkable boosts in his energy, focus, and overall well-being. If you're uncertain about the quality of your sleep, try this straightforward test. Do you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day? Or do you struggle to shake off that sluggish feeling? If you find yourself feeling groggy most mornings, it might be a sign that your sleep isn't doing its job. Now is the perfect moment to make some changes. Quality sleep isn't just a luxury, it's essential for long-term well-being. One of the common misconceptions regarding health, cognitive function, and physical recovery after 60 is the belief that walking alone suffices as exercise. While walking is excellent for cardiovascular health and mobility, it falls short in maintaining strength, balance, and preventing falls. As you get older, it's a fact that your muscles tend to weaken, your balance can suffer, and the chances of falling go up, unless you take proactive steps to counteract it. Here's something that many people overlook. Falls rank as the top cause of injuries among older adults, and the majority of these incidents occur not due to weak legs, but rather as a result of poor balance and muscle deterioration. If you're not pushing your body with strength and stability workouts, you might be putting yourself at risk for falls, trips, and significant injuries. Just look at what happened to someone like Edward, who is 74. He strolled every day, believing that was sufficient, until one day he miscalculated a step, lost his footing, and took a nasty tumble. Fortunately, he didn't sustain any injuries, but the incident rattled him. His doctor pointed out that his balance was declining due to a lack of training for his stabilizing muscles. So, he began incorporating gentle strength exercises, core workouts, and balance drills into his regimen. Within a few weeks, he felt more stable, more self-assured, and significantly less fearful of falling. Building strength isn't just about pumping iron at the gym. It can be as easy as incorporating resistance bands into your routine, performing bodyweight squats, honing the skill of balancing on one foot, or utilizing a chair for assistance during leg workouts. The secret lies in pushing your muscles and maintaining balance, ensuring your body remains strong, coordinated, and resilient. Want to put your balance to the test? Give this a shot. Stand close to a counter, lift one foot just off the ground, and see if you can maintain your balance for at least 10 seconds. If you find it challenging, that's a clear indication that your balance could use some improvement. So the sooner you begin working on it, the better for your muscles. Balance is your foundation, and neglecting after 60 can quickly lead to a loss of mobility. If you've been relying solely on walking, it's time to focus on strength and stability training to maintain your activity, independence, and prevent injuries. If you're still engaged with this content and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. Now let's move on to the next point. Mistake 5, overlooking hydration. One of the most commonly ignored health risks after 60 is not drinking enough water. You might think that if you're not feeling thirsty often, you're fine, but here's the issue. As you get older, your body's signals for thirst can diminish, which means you might already be in a state of dehydration before you even notice it. Chronic dehydration not only contributes to feelings of fatigue, but can also result in joint discomfort, constipation issues with the kidneys' perplexity, and even a heightened chance of dehydration can be quite deceptive. Many individuals think that simply consuming beverages throughout the day ensures proper hydration. However, the reality is that by the time you experience thirst, your body is already in a deficit. The consequences can be significant. Inadequate water intake can weaken muscles, reduce joint lubrication, and impair brain function, potentially resulting in dizziness, lack of focus, and a higher chance of accidents. This is precisely what occurred to an individual just like Walter 76. He believed he was staying hydrated with his morning coffee and a bit of water during meals. However, he soon began experiencing more frequent headaches, muscle cramps, and dizziness when standing. His doctor clarified that coffee and tea can actually dehydrate the body instead of hydrating it. So, Walter made a simple adjustment. He started his day with a full glass of water and made sure to sip throughout the day. Within weeks, he felt more alert, improved his digestion, and noticed less stiffness in his joints. To see if you're drinking enough water, try this. Pinch the skin on the back of your hand and hold it for a second. If it snaps back right away, you're likely well hydrated. If it takes a moment to settle, your body might need more water. The great thing is, this is one of the simplest issues to resolve. Having a glass of water close at hand and sipping on it throughout the day can significantly enhance your energy levels, digestion, joint health, and even cognitive function. Don't wait until you feel thirsty, as that's when your body is already having a tough time. As we conclude this discussion, take a moment to think about these 5 common missteps. If you found yourself making any of them, it's time to reconsider. Don't stress. It's always the right time to initiate a transformation. Whether it's interrupting extended sitting sessions, boosting your protein consumption, enhancing your sleep quality, incorporating strength exercises, or ensuring proper hydration, every little tweak you implement contributes to a healthier, stronger, and more self-sufficient future. The great thing is that your body is remarkably strong. Even if you've been making these errors for a long time, you could begin to heal right now. The secret lies in staying consistent. Little daily habits can lead to significant changes over time. Your well-being isn't solely about steering clear of sickness. It's also about maintaining strength, mobility, and vitality for as long as you can. So, which of these 5 areas should you prioritize the most? Have you experienced any shifts in your strength, energy, or overall well-being? We want to hear from you. Drop a comment below sharing one insight you gained today and how you intend to implement in your life. Your feedback matters, so feel free to express your thoughts. Going through your feedback truly inspires and uplifts us. If you liked this video and found it useful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Your support enables us to keep producing great content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.